A major development is unfolding in the Middle East, and it's raising serious concerns in Washington and Tel Aviv. According to a detailed report by the Wall Street Journal, Iran has placed an order for around 800 ballistic missiles from China. These missiles are expected to be delivered in the coming months, and experts believe this move could shift the balance of power in the region. This news comes at a surprising time. On one hand, Iran is involved in talks with the United States over its nuclear program. The US has been trying to reach a deal to limit Iran's nuclear activity, while also trying to reduce tensions. But on the other hand, this report reveals that China is secretly helping Iran rebuild its military power, especially after Iran's missile production sites and air defense systems were recently damaged by Israeli airstrikes. The report says Iran's order includes key materials like ammonium perchlorate, a chemical used in rocket fuel and explosives. This substance is critical for making ballistic missiles. The supplier is believed to be a Chinese company based in Hong Kong, and shipments are expected to arrive soon. Once this delivery is completed, Iran could be in possession of hundreds of new missiles, boosting its power significantly. This deal is raising many eyebrows because it's happening just months after the US imposed sanctions on 6 Chinese companies. These companies were accused of sending dangerous chemicals and materials to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, a military force that Washington considers dangerous and destabilizing. The US also claimed that some of these chemicals were being used to support Houthi rebels in Yemen, who have been attacking international ships and even targeting Israel. The Wall Street Journal article provides new evidence that China is actively helping Iran and possibly the Houthis as well. According to the report, this is not just a one-time shipment. China is believed to be helping Iran rebuild its missile and air defense infrastructure, which was damaged during recent military operations. Israel claims that it has destroyed most of Iran's missile production facilities. However, in my personal opinion, this claim by Israel is baseless. Most of Iran's missile production and storage facilities are underground. And it is exactly these underground facilities that Israel is repeatedly requesting the US to help destroy, because only the US has the capability to do so. What's more worrying is that this deal could also impact the power of Houthi rebels in Yemen. These rebels are supported by Iran and have recently caused trouble for both the US and Israel. If they also receive similar materials and equipment from China, they could become a much bigger threat in the region. Even though there's currently a ceasefire between the Houthis and the US, their conflict with Israel is still active. The US is watching these developments closely. American officials have not yet publicly responded to this new report, but many experts believe new sanctions or diplomatic action may follow. The fact that this report comes during sensitive nuclear talks between Iran and the US makes the situation even more complicated. Iran and China have officially denied the allegations, calling the report baseless. But this is the second time in 1 year that the Wall Street Journal has reported such a story. And this time it comes with stronger evidence. The report shows that Chinese suppliers were directly involved in the trade, and that payments and contracts have already been made. This missile deal is a clear signal that China and Iran are deepening their military cooperation, despite Western pressure. For the US, this creates a difficult situation. On one hand, they are trying to prevent Iran from becoming too powerful. On the other hand, they are also negotiating with Iran diplomatically, hoping to avoid a future conflict. As Iran receives more weapons and support from China, its confidence and power in the region will likely grow. Friend, here's the thing. The US is negotiating with Iran because in some way it understands Iran's power. Iran has full support from Russia and China, and that's exactly why the US is choosing to negotiate. Otherwise, the US would have already launched an attack by now. At the same time, Israel and the US will feel more pressure to respond, possibly through more sanctions, military preparations, or even secret operations. In short, this missile deal is not just a simple trade. It is a major shift in geopolitical strategy, where China is backing Iran against the US and its allies. With 800 ballistic missiles expected to be delivered soon, the Middle East may become even more unstable in the coming months. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think China's support to Iran could lead to a new conflict? And how should the US and Israel respond? That's all for today's update. Please subscribe and like this video.